Hi, friends. Welcome to the Essence Meta Choose Your Own Adventure. I know that it says Meta Chuya Essence, but in almost every document that relates to this that people will find, it is called the Essence Meta Choose Your Own Adventure. It is a fantastic choose your own adventure, and the original concept and essences were created by Trigger Happy Jabberwocky, and other essences have been contributed to the overall setting by countless people, myself included. This is a choose your own adventure that revolves around the idea that you, for one reason or another, and in one way or another, manage to come across a range of potions. Each potion gives you superpowers of some sort or gives you access to incredible resources. It is worth noting that this document, which is extensive and has many different essences, does not have even 1/100th of even a percent of all of the essences that currently exist. This document was created some time ago and was created to help people learn about the Essence Meta Choose Your Own Adventure. And it does that wonderfully. It communicates the original concept fantastically. But in this particular video, we are going to be exploring and introducing this concept to people both through this and through a number of other links that we are going to explore as well. For those of you who would like to learn more about adding essences, what you would need to do is you need to go onto Questionable Questing, which is a forum website that has both safe for work and not safe for work sections, and you would need to go and find the essence thread, and you would need to read there how to do it. But effectively, you come up with the essence, you write it down in the post, and then you post it, preferably while tagging Trigger Happy Jabberwocky or Joe Demon, who are the two people who run the Google Drive that has the majority of them, but the Google Drive hasn't been updated in a little bit due to undoubtedly real life shenanigans happening, keeping people being busy and things like that. I am one of the people who have contributed to the Essence Meta, although none of my essences are up on the drive just yet. But now we are going to go ahead and dive right on into it. I want to go ahead and start off by reading the blurb, showing you a few of the essences that are on this particular document, and then showing you the big Google Drive document that has shortcuts to 9 current, as of the time that this video is being filmed, documents that have the combined works of dozens, if not hundreds, of different authors and hundreds, if not thousands, of different essences. So let's go ahead and read the little blurb. You find yourself before a shrouded figure standing behind a table. On the table there are many potions. Choose as many as you want or none. The choice is yours. Additionally, you could choose to pick additional choose your own adventures or none to add on to this if you want some more adventure. Each essence and each choose your own adventure will infuse you with a variety of effects which cannot be taken from you unless you willingly allow it. Note: identical effects in different essences do not stack. I really like this little intro blurb because, to me, I always think it's fun to imagine someone who is a bit downtrodden and is in need of some good luck or a change in circumstances to get ahead, and they are going somewhere. Perhaps they're taking a shortcut through a city alleyway when they are beckoned into a door that they never noticed before, in an area that they were always walking past. When they enter through the door, they go and they see a shopkeeper who offers one of their drinks, or more of their drinks if you want, to the person and gives them the opportunity to change their fates. I have actually written stories that are predicated around the Essence Meta backstory slash idea, and multiple of my jump chain stories and multiple of my jumpers have essences incorporated into them in some way, shape, or form. So I definitely am someone who has used the Essence Meta Choose Your Own Adventure before, but now we're going to go ahead and take a look at a couple of essences that have been created by Trigger Happy, and then we will go ahead and take a look over at the master document, which has way more essences, including more of Trigger Happy's essences. It's worth noting that there are some essences that are not safe for work, and there are many that are safe for work. So keep that in mind, and in case I misspoke just now, there are some that are not safe for work, and there are many that are. Usually you can tell by the name which is which, although in some cases I'm sure you would not realize what is safe for work versus what isn't safe for work by glancing at a name, especially if you're like me and English is your second language. So just keep that in mind. But the not safe for work ones are not imaged. There are no not safe for work ones on this particular document. There was a document, which probably still exists somewhere in the internet, that was posted on different image sharing websites that had a collection of not safe for work ones. But I have not seen that document in a hot minute. I don't know if it still exists. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the very first essence, the essence of the warlord. This is a classic. It is very fun for a wide range of different people who might choose to play this particular choose your own adventure. And the boons that you are granted by consuming the essence of the warlord, among other things, a body just above peak human inability, sculpted to your taste and tougher than it should be. This body can grow through training, infinite willpower, supernatural mastery of many weapons and unarmed styles, and the ability to call forth troops that are homunculi that are trained and equipped to the standard of whatever world you find yourself in. Should you have different tastes and the requisite skills, these forces can be called forth with equipment that is produced by yourself, such as enchanted weapons and armor for your elite troops. The number of homunculi you can call forth is determined by your power. The stronger you are, the more homunculi can be called forth. These homunculi are absolutely loyal and cannot be turned against you through normal methods. The upkeep and logistics of these homunculi are taken into account when they are summoned, with necessary supports being summoned with them. This is a very neat, generic warlord, general, warrior, choose your own essence. It is a lot of fun. There is nothing wildly powerful about this, although I think that there are a wide range of adventurers and characters who would definitely benefit from this. So it's just a nice one to start people off and to get people thinking about what sort of adventures they might want to go on. There are plenty of other potions that someone could drink that give them the ability to go to other worlds or magic or godhood. But if you want someone who is just a warrior, just a regular martial character, this is a solid starting point. Let's go ahead and take a look at another one. We will go ahead and take a look at the essence of the crafter. This one gives master craftsmanship, the ability to design, build, and maintain anything from machines to a simple shovel, the ability to create flawless works, creations that will work better than they would if they were made by someone else, and you can even conjure dead or inorganic materials needed to work with from thin air. There are lots of really neat applications of this. If you were to take this and then say go to Minecraft, for example, you would be able to have a grand time. And Minecraft is one of these settings that there is more than one essence for. There are a couple of different Minecraft essences that would allow people to gain all sorts of benefits from Minecraft and even travel to a Minecraftian world. And if you are curious about a question, I will go ahead and answer it at this point. There are jump chain essences. There's also essences that correspond to both specific jumps and also to specific choose your own adventures. So whatever sort of thing you are thinking of, from X-Men mutants to One Piece's devil fruits, you can find essences if you want to go ahead and try to find them. If you want to do that, go ahead and follow one of the links that will definitely be in the description over to the master Google document area, so that way you can try and find whatever it is that you're looking for. I will probably create videos every once in a while where I highlight some essences that I just think are really neat. But we'll go ahead and say one more. Yeah, let's go ahead and look at the essence of the giant before we head on over to that Google document that I mentioned. So that way people can go and think more about some of the different essences that they like. The essence of the giant makes it so that the blood of giants of old flows through you. You gain the ability of a gargantuan giant, strong enough to take on armies with little trouble and tough enough that even most unconventional weapons aren't highly effective as they should be. Even magic is somewhat dimmed against your hide. You can switch between human form and this form through some method near instantly. If you are thinking that this is an Attack on Titan essence, it isn't. There is an Attack on Titan essence that people can find that does Attack on Titan things far more effectively than this does. This is just for giants. This is just for if you want to be an almost D&D style giant. You're capable of going into a berserk rage that empowers you to even greater heights. You're in full control even under the influence of this rage. You heal incredibly fast. You're able to spawn lesser versions of yourself in the form of smaller giants, and you can share your blood with others so they can gain additional traits so they can gain giant traits. There are a couple of essences that are very similar to this. Some of the ones that I can think of are the essence of the dragon and the essence of the echidna, both of which are just the essence of the giants, but for those flavors of fantasy creatures. I highly recommend them. I think that they are genuinely fantastic essences. Now we are going to go ahead and take a look over at the Google Doc, so that way people can get a more clear visualization of how to play this particular choose your own adventure. Hi, we are now over at the Google Doc that I mentioned periodically throughout the earlier part of this video. This is the Essence Meta Choose Your Own Adventure archive. This has links to different docs that you can see over on the side here that will allow someone who is reading the Google Doc to go and find where the actual descriptions of the essences are located. We are going to go ahead and explore this document just a little bit before we go and end the video, so that way people are able to explore this archive all on their own, because I feel that that is the best way to experience this. But here are some optional features that people can utilize to play this a little bit more differently than is intended. It's worth noting that the base assumption that people are supposed to go into this thinking with, or at least that it was designed around, is that there is one player that is a self-insert. So effectively it's much like jump chains, where the default assumption is that you are a normal human and you happen across this opportunity to go on an adventure, and the choices you make dictate the terms and conditions of your adventure. So if you go over here and you grab the essence of the warlord and you grab nothing else, you would not be experiencing an adventure set in like the world of Hyrule or something like that. Obviously, there are truly so many different ways that you could play this that are highlighted here, so that way people have the ability to look through them at their own speed. I don't want to rush anyone. Obviously, I am going to be linking this Google document in the video that I'm making on essences, so that way people can go and read this at their own pace. The essences that we read earlier were all by Trigger Happy. There are other people who have done them. If you are familiar with the make your choice community, or with questionable questing, or with space battles, you will be seeing names that you have seen before. If you have seen all of my jump chain videos, you'll also be seeing names that you have seen before. Also, if you're a friend of mine over on Questionable Questing, you'll be seeing names that you've probably seen before. So just know that there are a wide range of different ones. If you are curious about intersecting this with a jump chain anything, then you probably should know that part 6.5 is filled with essences that are made by Page X27. Page X27 is the author of Essence of Troubles, which is a jump chain adventure where you can select the essences that are here to have as part of your jump chain build moving forward. That document is incredibly long, but it is very neat. There are a stunning number of different essences that Paige has created, many of which are remarkably well done. I personally am fond of the essence of the Sith Lord. I think it's one of my favorite Star Wars essences, especially because some of the other Star Wars essences are a little bit too overpowered for my taste, and even though that one starts off incredibly strong, if you actually want to maximize it, you're going to have to put in work, and a lot of its features are optional. Although the base base assumption that I've always operated off of is that every feature from an essence is optional. It's just that some essences say that the features are optional. And I only take an option as mandatory if it explicitly says that this has to be a part of this. And not every essence is just positives. There are essences that come with a number of built-in drawbacks, but they are incredibly rare. This is not supposed to be balanced in the same way as a jump chain, so definitely keep that in mind if you are used to my jump chain content and this is what makes you decide to explore everything. So we are now going to go ahead and take a look at some of the essences that appear in the Essence Meta Index Part 1, which is where Trigger Happy's essences are. As you can see two of the essences that I mentioned earlier, but we didn't actually get to see. The essence of the Echidna and the essence of the dragon. Some of the other essences that I really like are the essence of the hive mind, the essence of the sorcerer lord. I also think that the essence of the goldenrod god, which, as far as I can tell, is the first like devastatingly powerful essence, at least as far as I'm remembering, that has appeared so far. It is multiple pages long and it is incredibly powerful, but it's also a lot of fun. It's one of the goofier essences, and if you decide to try and explore this chronologically in any way, you are going to notice that it is the first essence that people could well and truly describe as hilariously, ridiculously overpowered. There are a good number of essences that are like that, and if you ask me, those are some of the most fun ones. But I definitely think that that is one of the essences that people who want to create the most overpowered characters without just getting an essence that says, boom, you are now omnipotent or whatever, that's one of the ways to start. Another really fun one is, I'm going to try and find... All right, the essence of the anti-immortal. Oh yeah, if you want a hilariously overpowered essence, go ahead and search for the essence of the anti-immortal. I thought about showing it as part of this video, and I decided that even though I do plan to do videos where I talk about different essences, where I group them together into like documents that I can find and that I can like share with people, this was one of the essences that I thought was really neat. Among other things, one of the abilities that you will get from that essence is the ability to turn people that you defeat and monsters that you defeat into shadow servants, which are even stronger than the original person that you defeated and 1000% loyal to you. It is the Shadow Monarch ability from solo leveling, but amped up to 11. It is a truly phenomenal ability, and the essence of the anti-immortal is ridiculously powerful. I would highly recommend it for anyone who wants to create the most interesting overpowered adventure that they can without getting an essence that is LOL, you win every single confrontation. Although that essence, aspects of that are definitely visible with the essence of the anti-immortal. So keep that in mind if you decide that you do want to explore the essence of the anti-immortal. There are also countless essences from everything from World of Darkness to D&D to Winx Club. You can find Disney essences. You can find Overlord, both the game and the anime essences. If there is a franchise that you want to explore that is reasonably popular, you could probably find an essence for it. And even if you can't find an essence for it, I guarantee you that you could probably create one. We are absolutely going to be doing essences. We're going to be doing essence videos where we talk about different essences that exist. But I hope that this has been an interesting introduction to a concept that you all like. I promise that we are going to be doing some sort of essence stuff every once in a while. Essences are not structured in nearly the same way as jump chains, which is fine, but the thing is, it's pretty easy to make a video series about jump chains because you can explore the different jumps in detail like I have been doing, whereas creating multiple different forms of content for something like the Essence Meta Choose Your Own Adventure is a little bit trickier. That said, I'm so excited to go ahead and introduce this to you all. I hope that you all are having a wonderful day, and I cannot wait to hear more from you tomorrow and also in the comments. Bye-bye, everyone.